Okay, thank you guys. Let's pull this up on stream. We'll go over it as a class. Okay, I hope everyone could read that okay. Design thread magic finds. Am I really gonna try to sit here and read this? I need like text to. One bridge duel for the vibes. I'm gonna be honest, that would actually ruin my whole day. If I bridge dueled, that would ruin my whole day. It would ruin my whole day, because anyone playing that's just hacking. Okay, sorry, I was just prepping my eyes for popcorn reading. Guys, don't make fun of me. Design thread Magic Find. Hello, today we would like to take some time to talk about the future of Magic Find and Hypixel Skyblock. Since its inception, Magic Find has been one of the most exciting and impactful stats in the game, but over the years, as more and more sources of the stat have been added, it has evolved to become quite problematic. Not only does Magic Find have a means of optimization that we deem to be unhealthy, unintuitive, and disruptive to gameplay flow, but the inflation of the stat is the overwhelming reason as to why base drop rates are so low across the board, and we'd like to change that. Zoom in. Okay, nothing is set in stone yet. The purpose of this thread is to present you, the community, with our concept for a Magic Find revamp update that would take some fundamental changes to Magic Find as a stat, and to gather your feedback on our proposal. We know Magic Find is a touchy topic, and as a result, we have probably been putting this discussion off for far too long, which we apologize for, but without further ado, let's get into it. Update pillars. We've internally established that any update to the Magic Find system would need to satisfy the following 4 pillars in order to positively affect the game's player base in the long term. 1. Substantially increase the base drop chances of Magic Find affected drops across the game. Mirror showed us that just how accessible and enjoyable the game can be for newer players / returning players if base drop rates are a bit higher. While Aura did this by giving all players a base amount of Magic Find, we'd instead like to do this by simply increasing the base drop rates of Magic Find affected items, as higher drop rates are less daunting for everyone and more intuitive than drop rates being low, but everyone having some Magic Find. Okay, sorry, I read that poorly. Reduce the amount of Magic Find in the game. With base drop rates being significantly higher, there's less of a need for copious amounts of Magic Find. Less sources of the stat will translate to it being easier to obtain in large amounts with our proposed rework, with it no longer being primarily obtained through items costing hundreds of millions. Eliminate the need for Magic Find swaps. Swapping is downtime. Let's get rid of it and make gameplay smoother. Less time swapping to your Magic Find setup means more burrows per hour, sea creature catches per hour, and so on. The goal here is for players to not feel like they're missing out on possible rare drops when playing content in the gear that was designed for it. Make Magic Find as intuitive as possible. This pillar is trifold. Move sources of Magic Find from active sources such as armor, equipment, reforges, enchants to passive, then forget sources that you'll never need to adjust, such as skyblock levels, attributes, and accessories. Currently, it feels like bad to kill a mob in the current game just to remember you forgot to min-max your Magic Find. Rework looting to give flat Magic Find. Looting's current functionality raises many questions pertaining to how it functions and interactions with other systems, such as automaton parts, which our proposal fixes. Compensate for looting no longer multiplying drops such as jungle keys and Corleonite by allowing Magic Find to increase the drop chances of all items instead of just those with under 5% drop rate. Overflow applies in the same way as a fortune stat. Example, a final drop chance of 160% means you're guaranteed one of the item with a 60% chance of a second. Do read chat sometimes. The pillars in action proposed changes. So with the 4 pillars above in mind, let's delve into what new drop rates across the game could look like following a proposed Magic Find revamp. For this exercise, we'll take one of the most valuable drops from each of the sea creatures native to the Backwater Bayou, and compare old Magic Find affected drop rates to the proposed new ones. Who wrote this? Hypixel team. First, let's take a look at the current drop table and how rates are being affected by Magic Find and looting for our 2 friends, Player A and Player B. Can of Worms, 20% old base chance. Player A has 300 Magic Find and looting 4. So that's 32% drop chance and 35% drop chance because it's only affected by looting. Wait, is this right? Yes. Bronze Bowl. 4.5 to 7.2%. Looting pushes it out of the Magic Find range. And then 8.75% looting pushes it out of Magic Find range. So, I mean, I don't think I need to go over all these, but yeah. With the current rates listed above, let's now compare them to the proposed new ones. Remember that the new system you're about to see below aligns with the pillars listed at the top of the thread, meaning it raises base drop chances, lowers the maximum amount of Magic Find while looking to remove the need to Magic Find swap, and makes the stat more intuitive by making looting give flat Magic Find plus allowing for Magic Find to affect all drops, and overflow as if it were a fortune. Instead of only applying for those under 5%. Factoring in all the above, this is how the Backwater Bayou drops would look for Player C and Player D who are playing in our hypothetical post-update world. Feel like I'm in a school lecture? You basically are. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, this makes sense. So with 100 Magic Find, the drop chance doubles, and then with 150, it goes to 12.5%. But I guess it depends how much Magic Find they give us post-update. As you can see, when comparing the 2 tables, the proposed new system which Player C and Player D are playing under is noticeably more beneficial. They're generally equally or more likely to get common drops such as the Can of Worms and Alligator Skin, and always more likely to get rare drops such as Enchanted Slime Block and Titan Boa Shed than their Player A and B counterparts. Additionally, it's worth comparing how difficult it is for both sets of players to obtain their listed amounts of Magic Find under their respective systems. Let's compare Player A and Player C and assume they're both killing the same mob. Tenenbower, you might expect their sources of Magic Find to look something like this. A and C. Skyblock levels, Cinderbat attribute, Magic Find profile upgrade, pet score. Bestiary is gonna be huge. Booster cookies are freaking huge. God Pot, Magic Find tier 4 potion. Isn't there another potion that gives Magic Find? Doesn't the Spirit Potion give Magic Find or something? I don't remember. Oh, they must have removed that, because I know there used to be another potion that gave magic fun. Awards ending stream with channel points. Buddy, you were probably literally not even a 20th of the way there. Dairy candy? No, there definitely used to be a potion that gave magic find. Why is everyone on chat just spamming? Buddy got into foraging after the macros ruined prices. Okay, macros didn't ruin. They ruined prices of wood. Wood wasn't worth anything to begin with. You're reading well today. Thank you. Thank you. Crit potion gives magic finds? Is that true? Pulse ring. I mean, I don't think I need to read. Oh wait, do they write about clover helmets? Not fully decided yet. Shen items became a misstep in design when they ended up becoming. No, I just bought a giant rod. Best in slot items were tens of billions of coins instead of the fun meme items that served as coin sink for the economy. We haven't decided what to do with Clover Helmet and are open to ideas. Becomes a toggleable accessory that grants +5 magic find and +5 but -5% other stats. Main issue with this is that the item would be then become needed for max Skyblock XP, which we don't want to do while it's still in Shens. Becomes a helmet used for something else. We have a number of updates coming out, include introducing new stats. This could see a use there. It is entirely possible to roll the magic find revamp and then visit this item later, since it is not a widespread, widely available swap like Soro. I don't know. I don't know. Let me think about what. Oh wait, let's read the FAQ before I even say anything. Or is this? It's on the forums somewhere. Linked in my Discord too. Why should newer players get RNG drops as quickly as me? I've been playing for years. They still won't. Drop rates across the game are traditionally static, meaning that the same two players killing the same mob without the context of items or progression will have the same exact chance of dropping an item from it. It is only when modifiers that are introduced that when one player becomes exponentially more likely to drop an item than another. The three most potent modifiers when it comes to drop chances are the following: magic find, looting, player efficiency. Although this proposed update seeks to address the problems posed by magic find and looting, player efficiency will remain the broadly deterministic factor when it comes to how often you get RNG drops. To illustrate the above, let us assume three players, all at varying game stages, are seeking out a 0.1 drop under the current magic find system. Level 500 player A has a 300 magic find looting 5. The actual drop rate for them is 0.7. Player B is 0.4. Player C 0.16. Immediately upon factoring magic find and looting, it becomes apparent that three players are not on an even playing field. However, the hidden factor of player efficiency puts player C at an even greater disadvantage. Let us assume that the target mob has 10k health and lives in the graveyard. Okay, so I'm assuming what it's saying is the player with less magic find is probably also less likely to be as efficient as someone with more magic find, so it kind of like compounds, I guess, like it stacks. TLDR, player efficiency means that stronger players can roll for rare drops more frequently outside of the boss content, which traditionally isn't affected by magic find. Even if every player had the exact same magic find, they will never they which they never will, the stronger players will have better rates over a prolonged period of on account of their ability to roll for said drops more frequently. Does the new system only make backwater bio drops more common? Okay, who is asking that? What happens to Magic Find now? Will more be added? Yes, more Magic Find will continue to be added to the game regardless of what happens to the proposed update, but only in ways we deem healthy. As mentioned previously, this would take the form of set and forget items such as attributes, consumables, so forth. We feel that attributes are a particularly healthy expression of Magic Find on account of them being able to give Magic Find on mobs of certain types, such as how the Minotaur's mythological fortune attribute gives Magic Find on mythological mobs specifically. We think this is fun and introduces a healthy element of optimization, with players being able to get more Magic Find on mobs with many types. Titan Bow would theoretically benefit from 3 different attributes that give Magic Find on animals, aquatic, and elusive mobs, since it possesses all 3 types, but needing to put in the prep first by maxing the relevant attributes to then be able to reap their rewards whenever they spawn a Titan Bow without needing to break up the gameplay loop by swapping out a large portion of their gear. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know. The thing is, I know what they're saying. They want they're kind of evening the playing field. They want to even the playing field for everyone. But like, I think right now it's somewhat reasonable for them to balance parts of the game based on how much Magic Find they think someone should have there. Like, I actually do think Magic Find is a very fun stat. I think, like, what I like about Magic Find is how you could do a lot of things to get Magic Find and it makes a big difference. Like, obviously there's diminishing returns, but yeah. Hello, Imanal. How you doing, man? Like, Magic Find already has diminishing returns. What do I think about this? Is this a good thing? Like, I guess you just hit max Magic Find a lot easier. Which... These changes are out now. The only thing about player efficiency part is some aspects don't take a lot to get into, so a level 300 and a level 540 would have basically the same stats and same rates. Yeah, that's also what I was thinking. That is very true. Yeah, some things don't take a lot to get into. So, especially, what are they gonna do about? Did they say anything about Chimera? No, pets will have Magic Find stats. Bro. And Magic Find on automatons. Refined Senses renamed to Ghostbuster has 5% chance to drop 50 to 5,000 mithril powder when killing a ghost. Is this not a shit ton? I'm sure they've thought about it. Why are people saying there's no reason to put Kim on Dayblade? Wait, let me finish reading through this. Minos Relic no longer increases magic finds. Can you link them? Let's see, can I link them? Chimera's just damaged now. I don't think I like this. I don't know. I guess some parts of Magic Find were like the way you needed Chimera to hit max Magic Find. I could see them wanting to get rid of that, but at the same time, like they made Chimera not actually insanely difficult to get, especially just getting like Chimera 3 or something. They didn't say how it will affect eyes, but I mean, I'm sure the info could be like extrapolated or whatever. I don't know. I feel like having Magic Find on pets is still okay. I don't know. I kind of liked how much Magic Find you could get. More community feedback. I imagine this rework could be goated for all players. I mean, just having the base drop rate of everything being higher doesn't necessarily mean like that doesn't in itself make it a good update. They could just like times everything by 10 and then like that doesn't mean it's like a good thing, right? I don't know. I think I just don't like this. I don't think. I liked all the different sources of Magic Find you could get. Like I do understand some things like the Dayax and Chimera possibly getting nerfed, but like, is it confirmed? No, it's not out yet. It's a design thread. I don't know. Cause like personally, I just think it was fun. It was a fun thing getting more Magic Find. The update basically is how to nerf actual meta so we time gate endgame players for more attribute grind and make all their invested time in grinding useless now, and how to also make the game easier for new players so there's no difference between someone with 4,000 hours and 100 hours. I mean, not really. Oh, take care, Joe. Oh, thank you for that, Joe. Let me do that. Have a good one, Joe. Thanks for coming in today. Let me change the title. Spoken like a true level 370. Like, okay, actually, here's my question. Why is it such a bad thing, though? Someone with more magic finds is dropping a lot more loot. Why is that such a bad thing? And, like, it's affected by diminishing returns. Your first 100 magic find doubles how much loot you're getting. Your next 100 magic find is only increasing your loot up to that point by 50%. That's not the issue, though. They're trying to remove having to be permasaur with the gray goats. Okay, so why don't I mean they could just do that, but why don't they just do that instead of removing magic find from everything? Because they could make it so you don't have to be in Permasoro. And also, why is it so bad that Golden Dragon Pet... Oh, actually, let's see. Golden Dragon Pet is the most problematic source of magic find perhaps in the game, accounting for a massive amount of obtainable magic find that's locked to the pet, meaning you need to pet swap to it for a massive amount of activities. Removing the magic find from the G-Drag is perhaps the single most foundational change that would need to occur as part of the revamp of this nature, though the pet could be compensated through buffs in other departments, and it will always be a particularly expensive pet. I mean, Tilted Honey, that's definitely what this is doing. Sora will still have a use since it's a base gear for mining. I don't think, especially for Iron Man, I don't think too many people go to Sora armor. No more Greg, no more Black Cat, no more Relic, hundreds of thousands bits lost. Why are bits lost? Tens of billions of coins lost in outdated gear, equipment, pets. It's like half of the reason you get a G-Drag is for the magic find. Like, the damage is good, but bits lost. Oh, are they getting rid of enrichments? No. Players with active magic find enrichments would be compensated for this change. Bro. See, like, I think this just takes away some of the fun in the game of getting more magic find. Like, Demonic, what? Don't you think they're stepping too far? Like, why is it a bad thing you want to have a certain pet out for the most magic find? This pet costs 500 million coins, and it takes 200 million XP to level it up. Why is this such a bad thing you should have it out? Hello, Loopy. Doing well? Not too bad. Same compensation as Ananke Feather, only 27 bill lost there. Lol. Can't wait for this update to be bugged for a year. I mean, I would think it's... I don't know. We'll see. Invest in Chimera, bro. Why would I invest in Chimera when they just said Chimera? Do they have something about Chimera in written here? Why would I invest in Chimera? Chimera's losing half its use. It becomes boring when Greg is the only pet I ever use for anything. I mean, there's a ton of different pets that you should be using, but of course there's gonna be a best in slot pet for things. Right? Either way, after this change, you're just gonna be using a Greg for damage. You're just gonna be using a Greg for damage. Right? Unless they start giving certain types of magic finds to different pets? But then you're just gonna be using those pets. Of course you're using the best pet in the game for something, right? Like... Do I do drags now or wait for this change? I don't know. They do still add pet swapping, which is weird. Look at hounds. Wait, is this... Oh. 20 on Sven Packmaster. Okay, so it does kind of seem like... Magic Fun on G-Drag just simply makes sense. It's the best combat pen, so obviously it should make combat-related things more efficient. If anything, this is literally worse for the G-Drag. Because if you're G-Drag, you're doing more damage, you're gonna use your G-Drag, and then you're gonna swap. You're gonna have to swap to whatever pet is giving you the most magic find. This is literally making it worse for swaps. Right? Because no matter what, you are swapping to the pet that gives you the most magic find. So before you want the magic find, you're gonna be using the pet that's giving you the most damage. So like, wouldn't the G-Drag being the best for these things be better? Anyone have input on that? They are thinking you'll just use that specific pet the whole time. And let's not forget how disgustingly expensive G-Drags are. Of course you should be using it a lot. It cost like they're so absurdly expensive. They're so absurdly expensive. Like I do understand them getting rid of the magic find on Soro armor. I think I could understand that one. To be fair, when are you using Ender Dragon Pet? I mean, and especially for people who don't have G-Drag Bank, and Ender Dragon Pet is situationally pretty good. Especially in the end. You still use it for most combat stuff? Dungeons and Kudra are gonna be Greg. E-Drag is... Yeah, E-Drag is good for Enderman Slayer. Like, why is it a bad thing that G-Drag is so good? Like, it should be so good. We have two dragons that, for the same thing, combat is one of the more situational and cheaper. The other is more universal. Wait, what are you talking about? Why don't they just up drop rates for early game items if they want to? That's what I'm saying. They could just change the drop rates. They could just change the drop rates. Therefore, the same thing. Wait, what dragons are? Oh, you're saying E-Drag and Golden Dragon are for the same thing? I mean, by that logic, aren't all combat pets for the same thing? Like if it doesn't have a niche use and it's not doing less than damage, or if it doesn't have a niche use and it's not doing as much damage as the Golden Dragon, why would you ever use it? Like it should be like this. The Golden Dragon should be a really good pet, no? Where is this? It's in the pinned message. Like, I think Lonely made a good point. If they want these earlier game drops to be more common, they could just up the drop rate. They could just up the drop rate. Will this increase the price of rare items? Who knows? What does everyone think of this? What does everyone think of the G-Drag specifically? It's because they think people are swapping to G-Drag for Magic Find. I mean, people are doing that sometimes. Absolutely, people are doing that sometimes. It's good changes. They need to add some sort of way. Okay, yeah, Bear. I do think G-Drag should still be really good. Okay, let me assume they work something out about that. How is the rest of the update? It feels like they're a bit. I mean, the system as a whole would be less complicated after this change, but I don't know if I like it more. Because especially now that they removed the magic fund on the Dayax, like for most things you can't get like 500 or 600 magic find anymore. There's no reason to pay 5x the price of an E-drag to get a G-drag. I mean, if you want more damage, I guess, but yeah, it does make it a lot shittier. The dragon pets should stay best in slot, just like the rose is best for farming and jade is best for foraging. G-drag needs to remain best for combat, and magic find is always linked to combat drops. I guess for fishing, I guess for fishing they're thinking of, but like I mean even for fishing you want to be doing damage, right? So at least for the big mobs. And also it's a weird stance for them to take that they're against swapping if they have auto pet rules in the game. Just add a fishing skill dragon pet? They probably will. They probably will do that. Aqua dragon. Can't wait for the carpentry dragon, true. God, I'm trying to get rid of my like old head bias and think, is this actually like a good change? It's gonna be like the Bell situation from earlier. I don't think this is comparable to the Bell situation because Bell Pet is very easy to get. Um, Compared to getting all the magic find was literally billions of coins. So I don't think this is exactly comparable to the Bell. It's gonna take forever for them to make a decision. There isn't any bias, it's a bad change. It doesn't scare away new players as much. I feel if new players were getting scared away, they should have just raised the drop chances of the newer player items, right? Why is it a problem that G-Drake loses its magic find if it's still the best damage pet? Because you're still gonna swap to the best pet for magic find. And if it's still the best damage pet, you're still gonna be using the G-Drag, right? So as long as G-Drag's doing the most damage, you're always gonna be using it until you need magic find, and at that point you'll swap to whatever gives you the most magic find. So of course G-Drag should be the best pet. Raising drop chances of items doesn't change. Wait. Raising drop chances of items doesn't change the fact we currently have confusing system of swapping for magic find. I'm not like I get like getting rid of Sorrow armor. Just remove all magic find and only have permanent magic find buffs that are clearly explained if all this halfway measure is bullshit. I'm trying to think. Raising drop chances of items doesn't change the fact we currently have a confusing system of swapping for magic find. Isn't every combat pet losing their magic find except Hound or Sven's? Isn't every combat pet losing their magic find except Hounds for Sven's? But then either way, aren't you still just using the G-Drag for damage? You just use G-Drag for damage, and then you're swapping to whatever pet gives the most magic find. As long as any pet gives any magic find, you're going to swap to it. The one goofy thing is they're getting rid of base magic find from Sorrow. I mean, the thing is, why is that even bad, though, if they want to get rid of swaps? I kind of understand that. Oh, the good thing. Oh, I see. Yeah, I do understand that. Yeah, Sora will be basically useless. Or we lock, or we Slayer lock G-Drag towards Slayers for magic find. I guess some things like that are an option, right? Locking what the magic find is for. But every time you need to do some shit with magic find in this game, you need to swap 4 different things before starting, and then when you get the mob, you need to set up meta pet rules and wardrobe. It's stupid, just get rid of it. I mean, I'm not opposed to stopping wardrobe slots or swaps, but what else is so complicated, right? I guess equipment swaps too, they could get rid of. If they got rid of equipment and wardrobe swaps, it's only pet swap and weapon swap. Which, how complicated is that really? Which they already got rid of the weapon swap. As long as your weapon has Chimera on it, you don't need to swap. It's Hound for spawning, G-Drag for damage, Hound for magic find. I mean, you're probably better off just one-tapping the Sven. If you probably can't one-tap a Sven with the Hound, so you probably just want to one-tap it with the G-Drag and keep going. What if they just had your magic find on every hit be tracked and you're given the average magic find? What are we saying? What are we saying? Make the symbiosis perk from G-Drag, take the magic find from the Slayer pets. Hound magic find is pet ability, not stat, so no Chimera on it. They're right, you should just be able to play the game and not have to think about 5 different things when you want to be optimal. Okay, let me think about that. I mean, bare minimum, you're gonna be thinking about swapping your pet for depending on what you're doing anyways, right? You can only one-tap Svens with Rem G-Drag. Get rid of every swap lock magic find to certain activities. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, you know, I just decided this, I don't actually care, alright? Last time I gave the admins feedback for anything, they didn't listen to any of it, so I actually don't even care. I just remembered that. I'm never giving them feedback again. I don't care, they're not gonna listen anyways. They already made up their mind, alright? They already made up their mind. Hold on, I'm switching accounts. They made up their mind. What is the point of me talking about it? Me giving my feedback is literally gonna change nothing. Guys, they already made their mind. They're doing it because it's easy. It's easy enough for them. They're already doing this. No matter what you do, this change is happening. No matter what you do. It's literally pointless giving feedback. Never again will I waste time writing feedback to someone on the team, ever. Okay, also I'm going pee. Everyone, get up and stretch. There's no point. There's no point in me giving feedback, guys. I just decided. I don't care. I don't care. All right, they've made up their mind already. They're just giving you guys the illusion of choice. If you want to fall for that, feel free. Me personally, I'm not falling for that. I don't. It's predetermined. What the hell's going on? I personally don't like the change. Especially like the harder sources of magic find. Like, yeah, you get a shit ton from G-Drag. You get a shit ton. You'd get just as much from Chimera. And then you get a little bit from your accessories. I mean, let's just see. What am I getting magic find from right now? I only have 150. Attribute, community shop, pet score, cookie, accessory bag, potion. I could get some more from my equipment, from my armor, from my weapon, and from my Pet? Did I say pet already? Why would you need to get the extra magic find applied on a weapon? You just need to swap. What is the point? Best thing to hunt in Galatea for money? It depends what you have access to, I guess, but a little bit of everything, I suppose. Warp Garden. Doesn't SP levels give magic fund? Right now, no. Do I accept a Ringo for his cake? I guess it's kind of a little fun guy. One magic fund every 20 levels? The thing is, I think I just personally don't agree with... I don't agree that having more magic fund is bad because it kind of stacks up with doing things more efficiently. I don't think that inherently makes magic fund a bad thing. So I don't think we're gonna agree if that's like what they're like basing the whole update on, right? Okay, you know, I don't care to get maximum drops on these guys. Let's just do that. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever agree with that, because I just don't agree that... Because it's not like... It's hard to get a decent amount of magic find, right? It's not like the most insane task. I'll agree with the armor swaps. Sure, get rid of it. They are making Chimera a lot shittier. I'm a fan of not having to swap everything for magic find. I mean, okay, yeah, get rid of armor swaps and get rid of equipment swaps. If they just got rid of armor swaps and equipment swaps, would you be okay with current magic find? If anyone who likes the change they read, if they kept the current magic find and got rid of armor swaps and equipment swaps, would you like to keep the current magic find? What are you even equipment swapping? Rift Necklace and David's Cloak, right? Or those are the two things? When? Shit, I don't know. Let me think. When do I do that? Fishing? I guess it depends what you have them reforged to. But I get that's another thing, is I just have like a few of these. I have one for fishing. I think this was just for damage or something. This one's for intelligence. Fishing is the only time you would ever swap. I guess mainly fishing then. Does creating subcategories for magic find sound like a bad idea? Sea creature magic find. I feel like that just makes shit even more complicated. I already don't like the specific magic finds, like the bestiary one. I already don't like those, to be honest. Like, I like their effects, but I think that makes stuff more complicated, personally. Are they still working on equipment wardrobe? I would assume so. I don't know. I do think this could bring some interesting discussion. Then 1 XP every 20 levels as well. I guess that is like... Or 1 magic find every 20 levels. Removing magic find from Sora solves 50% of magic find problem. I'm sure a little bit. Like, maybe they could even, like, I guess they could just change it. Instead of 1 magic find every 20 levels, it's half a magic find every, half a magic find every 10 levels. They could also change it. Like, none of these numbers are set in stone. Do I like the concept of levels giving magic find? I guess in itself, it's not terrible because it kind of works the same way Magic Find works now, where the easier levels are easier to get, and then the harder levels are harder to get, if that makes sense. Like, your first 20 levels are faster. They're faster than your last 20 levels, right? So, I don't get why levels doesn't give insane buffs, like kind of like Core of the Mountain. I don't know. I don't think they have to. I don't know. It's definitely interesting, but then that would just mean I have to level grind more. But I guess once I get to level 500, that would be max magic find, right? Yeah, wait, what are they doing to Crown of Avarice? What are they gonna do to that? Crown of Avarice is plus 10 to Mytho mobs? I feel like it just makes it less fun. Like, there's less improvement to chase other than your levels. Because right now, I was thinking of getting the few accessories I'm missing and whatever, because if I go buy like a Pandora's box and a Artifact of Control, like I'm getting extra magic find from those. My magic 8-ball. I don't know, any accessory like that is like magic find, right? But in the future, I would have no incentive to get those things. Unless it's a difference of like at least for like magic find, right? Like obviously there's still incentive, I'll do more damage, but again, the damage has diminishing returns already. Like spending over 1 billion coins on equipment or on accessories, like how much is that actually worth? And it's gonna be worth even less. Like, at least, though, things gave... That's kind of the things about the really hard accessories. At least they're getting half a magic find from them, but now that You're not gonna get any? Okay, actually, let me think of it like this. If they removed or if they removed armor swapping and weapon swapping and equipment swapping, armor swapping, equipment swapping, weapon swapping, and they let all the accessories keep their enrichments, would I still have an issue with this update? And even if they cut the amount of magic find in half, would I have an issue with this? I don't know. Because now that's starting to not seem as bad, because it still keeps the... I don't know, that's... If they got rid of all the swaps and kept magic find on accessories, would I think it's still not good? Because, I mean, you could already say that one magic find, or half a magic find for 1 billion coins already isn't worth it, which I would kind of agree with that. They're nerfing the amount of magic find but higher drop rates of items. I mean, higher drop rates doesn't inherently mean it's a good thing. They could set everything in the game to 100% drop rate. That doesn't mean it's like a good update. This makes stonks cheaper, or keep a super expensive long get head. What is get head? For a minimal buff. Again, nerf on stats, but not on the... Not on the grind to get it. I'm confused. Why would that make stonks cheaper? Thought a lot about boosting the rates of mithril powder, sword armor. Do you think we're getting new? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I think mithril powder is generally okay how it is right now. If they boost the rates of it, I don't think I'm gonna cry too much. I don't think I'm gonna be too pressed by that. Got my 3rd day in a row on my lunch break, and this dude is farming emeralds. I mean, I got emeralds to farm, I don't know what to tell ya. I got emeralds to farm. Crown of Avarice giving only 5 more magic fund than Minos had. Still cost huge amount of SS. What is that? SS. And a huge 1 bill grind from Diana. Like, realistically, the thing, and especially if Chimera is not gonna be as good, it's like... I don't know. Would it still be worth the grind? I mean, Crown of Avarice is already debatably not worth the grind. I don't think... Like what, you get 1 extra magic find? Or actually, does it give more than 1 for mythological mobs right now? I don't know how it works. But for everything right now, you get 1 extra magic find. It costs you 200 million coins from burrows that you would, or like from whatever that you'd be getting. And then it costs you however much it costs to actually like craft the thing out of the stock of stonks. I guess it is a good helmet just for damage anyways, so... Water check, thank you, thank you. I like watching you because you're chill, thanks. I think a lot of discussion, interesting discussion could be had about this, the magic find bread. I think it is quite thought-provoking. Because I actually feel like if they got rid of armor swaps, got rid of equipment swaps, got rid of weapon swaps, and kept enrichments on accessories, and kept the G-Drag being good, I feel like I wouldn't have too much of an issue. Why don't you use over-ear headphones? I don't like them. Get Please No, I like this song. I just put 1.5 billion Inferno minions, wish me luck. Is that how much it costs to fuel them? Yikes. Yikes. I'm trying to think, what else? I don't know, it is interesting to think about. Because here's what I won't like. I won't like G-Drag not being the best pets. Like them removing G-Drag's magic find isn't gonna get rid of all the swaps. Like if they really don't like swaps, okay, at this point, like they're on the track of just like letting all pets be active at the same time, and they're just gonna be attributes, and they're gonna be shittier. Like just stop giving us stats, just give us attributes, and then we're basically playing a Roblox game at this point, right? Like we're just playing a simulator. GG. But I don't know, I think it is somewhat interesting. Do I cancel my Cancun trip to do Diana? Maybe. Dude, I don't know why I'm so tired already. I'm like actually drained. I think this form thread is doing mental damage. You're gonna have to swap to the new Magic Find pets instead of Perma G-Drag. I don't see the issue with Perma G-Drag, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's a bad thing to have a pet that expensive be that good. Nerf the grind needed to max G-Drag 2? I mean, even just the coin amount alone is crazy on dragons. 500 mil? And not to mention, you have to mine 100 million gold! You have to mine 100 million gold! Like, I don't know, I think I'm generally just against this. Is 2026 going to be a year of rebalances? Maybe. If there are auto rules for everything you have to swap to, is the problem that you have to buy or you have to swap to it? Wait, if there are auto rules for everything you have to swap to, is the problem that you have to buy or have to swap to it? I guess that's the next question. Yeah, what if they just added more auto pet rules? More specific ones? But if they just added more specific pet rules, then shit. At that point, just make it an attribute shard. GG. If there's auto equipment rules, that's chill. No downtime. auto beacon roll? True. Okay guys, I'm gonna be honest. Actually no. I'm not ending stream yet. I'm not ending yet. I can't be a little wimp. Is it bad to have 42 mil mushroom collection? Only 2 burrowing spores. I mean, if you're farming slugs, it's not too insane. Yeah, whatever bullshit you have to do that people do now with ferocity, with G-Drag, I agree that's bullshit. I agree. Have you been on since yesterday? No. I've only been live for like a few hours. Guys, am I dropping the die today? You make good money while grind. I would say it's good money for what I'm doing, I guess. It's like 20 mil an hour-ish. Give or take a few mils. We'll have 6 Kim to drop for C5 daggers before it gets nerfed into the ground. How much better is Chimera 5 than Swarm 5? Like, at a certain point, it's... Right? I think... You need Swarm... Or you need Chimera 3... for it to be better than Swarm, right? So if you're not getting magic finds... Like, obviously Chimera is still better, but it's like... Gonna go to your way to grind it. Swarm is inherently worse since you need mobs around you. I guess that's generally true. That is generally true. I don't know. I guess I don't... I feel like it's too much. Whatever they're doing, it's just too much. I'm for getting rid of armor swaps and equipment swaps. Am I for getting rid... like, just making Chimera a lot shittier? Like, it will just make it so I need less Chimera, right? I don't know. Definitely I want to see what other creators have to say about this. If they're doing this, they can just change Chimera while they're at it, make it best in slot in a different way. Wait, how would they do that though? Like, wouldn't it already be best in slot for damage, though? Make it copy some different stat, or make it... I mean, if it copies any stats, wouldn't that mean there's... Make it based off pet score. I guess that's interesting, making it based off pet score. Inferno meta incoming. See, then that introduces the issue of getting Inferno books. It's just too much. It's just too much. Just get rid of the swaps, alright? Just get rid of the swaps. I don't know why. Did they say why they want to get rid of the magic fund on basically fucking everything? I want to see what other people have to say about it. Is anyone else live talking about this, or is it just me? Magic Fund have a means of optimization we deem unhealthy. I mean, in what sense? Because I'll agree it's unhealthy having to swap to Soro. I agree that's bad. And equipment is probably bad. But other than that, other than armor and equipment, I don't see the issue with it. Especially since Dayax is in the shitter, right? Since Dayax is in the shitter. My bad, Yappy. I forgot, bro. I forgot what year we're in. Do emeralds regen immediately after mining? Not immediately. It takes like a few seconds, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious what other people are saying. I gotta swap out of my sweatpants. I'm burning. I gotta get into shorts. All niche swaps should be gone. Grandma wolf stacking, Tara, pet, etc. But swapping to a singular weapon is such a non-issue. Bro has burning crimson leggings. What, me? Maz, how you doing, man? Have you read the design thread? How's uni? Clear the chat. Aura has arrived. Bro, I promise the chat did get cleared right when you arrived, bro. Everyone else flaked too. Everyone left. The chat's cleared, bro. Got back from uni. Nice. They're reworking magic finds. Do you miss refraction? Oh, I mean, like, I guess not. I didn't watch his videos. When's new video coming? Upload on the second channel every Friday. Main channel video, not sure. Refraction was peak? I wouldn't call refraction peak, but refraction was up there. Refraction was definitely up there. Maybe I have like late game bias, but refraction better than 30 virus? I would probably agree that I would enjoy refractions videos more than 30 viruses videos. I think I would agree with that. I quit Hypixel Skyblock for a bit, now I came back, have no clue what is going on and what to do. I mean... Quit again, lol, true, just quit again. I mean, yeah, pick one thing and figure it out. That's how you gotta move in this game. Learn bit by bit. 1 mil ink collection. Who? Eh? There's no way. 60k. Just reach that myself. Bro, you have a job, no offense. I'm not even saying this to be mean, but do you have a job? Shattered Alloy, do you have a job? Like, if you have a job and you play this much, that is impressive. I told you previous stream, I forgot. Oh, you're a waiter. See. I see. What are you 1 mil ink set collection for? Are you going for the leaderboard? I wonder, how much ink do you get an hour? I think the leaderboard is like only like 10 million or something. 20k ink an hour on average? That seems pretty good. Flight tip expected at his job. Damn, you're only 220 with 1 million ink? That's surprising. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting tired. I'm exhausted already. I think it's because it's so freaking hot in my room. I'm drinking a brisk. Hold on, I don't want to get banned. How long you mining for? The rest of today. Working like a dog! I am indeed. I don't know if I could do it. I might have to do the close my eyes while I'm mining method. What's a brisk? Wait, you don't know what brisk is? It's iced tea. It's iced tea and it's delicious. It's iced tea. Yum. Like, are they also going to kill the crow pet swap? Are they gonna remove pets that give mining ability cooldown? Are they going to... Like, I just don't even know how this could, like, reasonably done if they hate swaps so much. Especially since swaps are built into the game. Like, every pet rule I have is because of some sort of swap, right? There's 3 different farming pets that are all good. I guess that's probably the main example, right? not insta-mining gold anymore? Wait, what would mean not insta-mining gold? Guys, why are Chimera 10 mil? GG. Has Chimera dropped since the thing? The patch notes? If armor swapping is gone? Why would that make insta-mining gold not possible? I mean, I think we're talking about armor swapping for magic find specifically. Obviously, you're still gonna be able to swap your armor to do different things. Jellyfish pets only use it to drink pot and swap too. GG. I don't know, it's just such a... I get it to a degree, but they're doing too much. How long have you been mining already? Today, not that long. Not that long today. Will die grounding be affected? I mean, presumably so. But also, a lot of people think a lot of dies aren't even affected by magic find. Or looting. I don't know, we don't really know, because half of the game is spaghetti code, so we don't even know. Maybe it will be easier to drop a lot of dies. Who knows? Number one ink is 21 mil, by the way. 21 mil divided by 20k to see how long it take. Is that 1,000 hours? Or is that it's on the gray ice wall? They're reworking Magic Find? They are indeed, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the change. I don't like the change. I'm on board with some of them, but it's just too much. Did you quit Hightail? Yes. No. Salty Zink's not here. More than 1,000 hours given he wasn't this efficient since he started. Low-key insane. Is it that insane to think someone's out there doing that? Also, 1,000 hours, I feel like... I don't know. I guess the guy just likes ink fishing. I don't know what to say. Is this pre-recorded? Yeah, it's a loop, actually. Check the TikTok stream. What's the magic find change gonna be? They're basically getting rid of half the magic find in the game. They're getting rid of swaps, and they're making the magic find a lot easier to get. I don't know. I feel like obviously they've thought a lot about this, but I just don't agree with it. Okay, so this is what you're doing? You've been doing this for weeks now? I think I have to do this for another 3 days and 9 hours. It's like comparing Floating Sands gem collection to number one ink. Yeah, but what is like comparing these things? What are you talking about? The moment it's not November and this guy is just negative it's not even being negative. I just don't agree with their like philosophy behind the changes, and I don't think it actually addresses the issues they're talking about in the threads. I don't think this is addressing all the issues. And this is like taking away the value of doing some other things in the game, in my opinion. What does it get you? Why do you have to do this? Toxic Jolt, there's a die I could drop from this. Every 1 in 1.7 million emeralds a die drops, and I want that for a video. You don't have it yet? No. It's every 1.7 million emeralds, bro. It's gonna take a bit. Oh, why not buy it from some wave? Low-key a good idea. That's low-key a good idea. For real, why not? Because it's not the same. Some low-level got emerald die in my lobby earlier. I mean, it happened. How you figure no one's gonna know? I mean, people will know because I'm not gonna have the clip of me dropping it, and it's not gonna say in the NPC that says. I guess actually, let me go fake a clip of me dropping it, and every time I show the NPC, I'll fake a clip there too, and then no one will know, right? Actually, no, they'll know because there's auction house history. That's how they'll know. Toxic Jolt, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Hello, Panther, how you doing, man? I'll see you later, Hustler, have a good shower. The journey is hell to get the same destination that could take 1 second? Yeah, it's not about the destination, man. And people will actually, I guess even if I did buy it, they can't tell off my collection because I could just say I dropped it and stopped. Are you grinding for 3x emerald die? Yes. Hey Squid, hello George, how you doing? How many emerald blocks have you mined so far? Enchanted emerald blocks or normal emerald blocks? Normal emerald blocks, I must be at over 1 million now. Terrible lol. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you feel better. I'm alright. I really hope they don't do the thing is, I'm not even gonna say that because then I'm gonna be disappointed. They're going to do the magic find change. It's gonna suck. Do you make a lot of money? Not really. Alright. Toxic Jolt, yeah, there actually has been a lot of stuff I don't complain about, but I think it's probably a good thing to complain when they fuck up, so they don't fuck up as often. God forbid I give them feedback on something they're asking for feedback on, right? God forbid. Is new magic find bad? I just don't agree with how they're doing it. Oh, dude, George, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you feel better. That sucks, man. Oh, and happy late birthday, George. When should I text her? Carbon, you were going to anyways, bro. You're just looking for a reason to. How is it bad? Because I said so. Shit, you right, twin. Every time I do F6, I wish for a giant sword drop only to be met with disappointment. Yeah, probably true. Damn, George, that is really weird. If you've had it before too, that's pretty weird. It's a new strain, a new strand. I think Magic Fun Nerf should just been a rework over just full removing it from a lot of things. That's what I was saying. I don't think it's like a bad thing where like your accessories are giving you Magic Fun. I think they're doing too much. Make Magic Fun work on Dun Chest, have it be 100% something that is affected by Kata 100%. At this point, nothing's off the table for these guys. Thank you, Hidu. Someone on TikTok said, "How many coins for you to let me crack?" Well, why would you type that? Die in 3, 2, 1. Lucky. This guy said, "Hello, TikTok Live." Hello, you TikTok viewer. Vaccine also doesn't last more than a year, so I'm about 4 years out of that. So woke. So woke. Just kidding. I mean, I got my first COVID shot, and I might have gotten another booster, maybe 2 boosters, and that was it. I haven't been poked. I haven't been to like any sort of medical office in like since then. One thing I don't understand is why does it go from normal sugarcane to enchanted sugar, then enchanted sugarcane? Shouldn't it be sugarcane, enchanted sugarcane, enchanted sugar? That's actually a good point. That is actually a really good point. Oh, Jimbo's here. What do you think of the changes, man? What do you think about the changes? How long till next set of dies drops on Vincent? Like 3 days, 9 hours. Hello, Renzo. Looting change is awesome. Looting change. What was the looting change again? They just made it give magic find. Carbon, what is the point of doing a spaceman on a normal profile? Unique visitors? Is every unique visitor Skyblock XP? Is that how that works? It gives good farming stats. Every 10 you get 3. Okay, so do you need the spaceman to get the last bit of XP or no? I guess your Lotus equipment or your Blossom equipment gets fortune, right? It doesn't hurt now? Spending 1 billion coins on a spaceman does hurt. Definitely does hurt. Low-key want the helmet on my Iron Man? Oh, I see. I mean, Mushroom's not a terrible one to go for, to be fair. It is a fermento crop, and you need a shit ton of fermento, but... Greenhouse bugged out on me last night. IDK, what happened? Wait, how did it bug? How long did it take you to get from squash to fermento? I'm grinding for fermento iron and curious. I don't even remember. I don't remember. I think one fermento on average takes like 12 minutes. I don't know what the rates are now. I guess it's faster with the attribute and the rare finder, or the whatever chip. It's faster with those, so I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know what to say about that, George. Hello, Agu Health, how you doing? No, Jimbo, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, I don't know why they want to do that. I think they're overstepping with the Magic Find changes. Like, I'm on board for getting rid of the armor swaps and equipment swaps, but like, getting rid of it off of the G-Drag and the accessories is like, bro, is this necessary? It's too much. What's emerald dye? It's a dye that drops from emeralds and it's green. 1 in 1.7 million from emerald ore. When did you get YouTube rank? I remember you. I got YouTube rank in like the end of November 2019. So by the second Potato War video, I had YouTube rank. They have nerfed mushroom armor. They have nerfed that. With that, it was tough. Mushroom armor is dead. I mean, yeah, but I don't really mind. I didn't. It's not like I lost anything for making mushroom armor. Why do I keep seeing your stream, bruh? The For You page. I'm heavily considering pest farming right now. I mean, pest farming is the way to farm. So if you want to farm, then pest farm. Manted or Mossy best? Reforged for Fermento? Get Manted. Isn't this song copyrighted? No, I bought the licensing. I've never done it. Gotta find some 30 virus to Aurelius type tutorial. I think I briefly explained it in my last video. Maybe? I don't remember. Holy aura! Oh, never mind. That's fake exotic. Here, you want a screening while I end the stream? I'm just so tired, guys. I'm so tired. Let me see. Okay, we'll raid fire. Raid. Oh, God. See, Fire has gotta change his Twitch name. Like, this just is not good. No one knows how to spell that. Oh, thank you, Lonely. Let me go do that. Let me go do that right now. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the stream. I'm gonna keep mining emeralds, and yeah, I'm gonna keep mining emeralds. I'll let you know if I get to die. I actually might go take a nap. I'm freaking drained.